So everybody's talking about people that are leaving Florida, but here's what nobody's telling you about Central Florida. Last year, Polk County had the largest population growth of any county in the entire state of Florida. Nearly 25,000 new residents in 12 months. Can you imagine that? That's a lot of people. So today I want to break down the real numbers, why people are leaving Central Florida, and the top 5 reasons why way more people are moving in. My name is Brian Stevens. I am a real estate agent right here in Central Florida. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you liked this content, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I drop a lot of valuable content that'll help you whether you're buying or selling into the area. So let's get into the video. All right, here's the big picture. Here's the talking points I want to mention today. Polk County, which is right in the middle of Central Florida, is approaching 900,000 people and is projected to cross 1 million by the year 2030. Which is crazy. I have been in this county over 55 years, and the growth that I've seen is incredible. And by the way, I love the growth. I think it's wonderful, man. We get more people, more restaurants, more relationships we can develop, more businesses. I think it's great. But here's the thing. Side note, if you don't like traffic, you don't like the heat, probably this isn't the place for you, because we're getting traffic and the heat is here. Of course, I'm recording this right in the middle of the summer, so what do you expect? That's a side note, but a lot of people moving here. Can you believe it? 1 million people by the year 2030. Now, statewide, Florida's migration has slowed down a little bit from its 2022 peak. After COVID, things went kind of crazy here. But things have slowed a little bit. But here's the twist. So big, expensive counties like Miami-Dade and Pinellas are still seeing people move out, okay, for various reasons. But mid-sized counties like Polk, Pasco, and Marion are still gaining residents and people moving pretty fast to the counties because, but here's the thing, people aren't leaving Florida for good. Okay, they're leaving the more expensive coastal areas and they're moving inland to places like Lakeland, Winter Haven, Auburndale, Haines City, Lake Wales, all of our Polk County cities because they want to be inland. They want to be a little bit less expensive. They want to be off the water. The floods, the hurricanes, stuff that is, I say floods from the hurricanes, things that have happened like this over the last several years, people are just kind of done with that. And so another thing is a big reason that Polk County, it really runs the prices generally speaking, run about $100,000 less than nearby Tampa or Pinellas County or down south. You're going to see Polk County home prices much more affordable, which is fantastic. So here's top 5 reasons why people are moving to Central Florida. Number 1, now Central Florida meaning Polk County and the surrounding area. Number 1, the affordability compared to Tampa or Orlando. We are absolutely more affordable. Take the same $400,000 home, put it over in the Tampa, Orlando area, you're looking at $550,000, $600,000 in a nice established neighborhood. Just a different market all the way around. So we are less expensive than the coastal areas right now. And we have the same commute distance to jobs and beaches without this big coastal price tag. Okay. Number 2, a lot of people are moving to the Central Florida, Polk County area because we've really got the best of both worlds. We sit right between Tampa and Orlando, right in the middle. Hour to Tampa, about an hour and 15 minutes to Orlando, depending on the beautiful I-4 traffic, which is a whole nother video and topic all by itself. But it's very, very nice. So if you work in Orlando or Tampa, a lot of people like to live in Lakeland, Winter Haven, because you can get, again, Tampa, Orlando pretty quick. We have the Polk County Parkway right here in the Polk County area, which they're expanding, by the way. You can hit that it's a toll road, it's a pay road, to get to Interstate 4 from a lot of places in Polk County. And so again, you can jump there and go there quick. We use it all the time to get to I-4 and it really speeds things up. So again, hey, we're right in the middle. So in Tampa, you've got a major airport, you've got major restaurants, you've got professional sports teams, go Bucks, go Lightning, and go to Orlando, again, another major international airport. Tampa, better than Orlando Airport, personal opinion, but experience that for yourself. That's another topic all to itself. But Orlando has Disney World, of course, has restaurants, vacation places, you name it. They both offer so much. But the pricing here in Polk County, it's nice. Number 3, new construction is keeping up with the demand. So unlike the bigger coastal cities, Polk County has kept its building, the permitting by the new builders. We're really keeping up with the demand, which is really, really nice. I like to see it. I work with Holbert Homes, which is an amazing custom builder here in the Polk County area. More videos, search my channel. I've got some amazing videos of Holbert Homes. Great company, great team, established 20 plus years in the area. Now, I also work with some production builders. There's some great big box, big home builders here in the area that are keeping up with the demand. And right now they're offering some nice incentives because they've got to keep product churning. They've got to keep new homes going. There's communities popping up all over the area, which I love it for new families because they can get into these homes. The builders will pay their closing costs. If you use their lender, they'll pay their closing costs. They're getting rate buy downs. They're getting into a home at a reasonable rate. So I love that. I think it's fantastic. So the builders are doing a great job. More inventory, more choices, better pricing than some of their resale homes and even some of the tighter markets. So number 4, the job growth and the economic development. Places in Central Florida they're actively recruiting higher wage employers to the area. What does that mean? That means more career opportunities for people showing up here locally. So not just retirees, but young families, young professionals. They're doing a great job at attracting big companies into the area. Like, for example, here in Lakeland, we have the Publix corporate offices. And if you know anything about Publix, Publix is amazing, good local company here, and they're not just in Florida, they're in the southeastern part of the United States, and they're growing all the time. I can't keep up with them, but just Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. They do a great job. We've got, an Amazon fulfillment warehouse here. We've got some big companies here. And they like it because they can get to anywhere in Central Florida in a relatively amount of quick time. So again, the job growth is good here. Number 5, people really are fleeing and getting out of high-risk coastal areas. Places like Miami-Dade, Pinellas County, real population. It was tied to the flood risk they experienced earlier, insurance costs, and congestion on the roadways. People are just kind of done with that. And so they're moving into Polk County. And by the way, we have a lot of room for growth here. Some beautiful rural areas. If you want to find land, you guys don't want to be in a high traffic area, there's still plenty of places in Polk County that you can do that. Lakeland is probably the most crowded, the most congested, I would say. The Winter Haven is growing, but you can go on the outskirts of some of the, again, any city in Polk County, you get a little bit of land, you can kind of get out of ways. There's still plenty of room for development. So it's not like we're that clogged, no matter what people want to tell you, but we have a lot of room for growth. And we are growing. Now, what are the top 5 reasons people are moving away from Central Florida? Helping people for over 30 years as a realtor. Talk to people every day. Conversations last week, people are saying, I'm out of here. I'm sick of the heat. I can't stand it. The traffic is driving me crazy. But what I hear even a lot more of is we're selling because we've got family up north. We're selling because maybe a spouse died and we need to have family. We're going back to Ohio, going to Pennsylvania. We're going out west to Colorado. People move for a lot of different reasons. But we hear it all the time. But let's talk about the top 5 reasons people are getting out of here. Number 1, this is a real thing, homeowners insurance costs. Now, let me say this. I got a call about a couple months ago. People are asking, what about homeowners insurance? Yeah, it's gone up. It's affordable. It's nothing crazy. Let me just say on a new home, for example, on a $350,000 home, which again is a different topic, you can get homeowners insurance for, $1,200 to $1,500 a year. Okay. On a resale home, again, I'm very generally speaking, not looking at roof, AC, all the different things that can vary the cost. But on a home that's 2,000 square feet, that is in that same price range, your homeowner's insurance may be $2,400 to $3,000 a year, something like that. Again, generally speaking. So it's not crazy, but it absolutely has gone up in this area. And they still want the roofs not to be too old. The ACs, the water heaters, again, we need to have a private consultation to kind of talk more about details. But know that Florida homeowners insurance premiums are higher than the national average. And so, but when you're inland, right, we're not on the coast, helps a little bit. But still, homeowners insurance is the real deal. Number 2, rising property taxes in cost of home ownership. Property taxes have gone up here. I've seen them continuing to go up. And combined with homeowners insurance, the cost of owning a home has really climbed fast, really fast. I mean, I've been doing this again for a long time, and I see these payments some of these young couples have on even these startup homes or whatever price range. And that's another topic, but it's not cheap to live here in this area. I mean, you don't get all kind of different benefits of you're paying higher property taxes, higher homeowners insurance. The rates right now are not our friend. Hopefully they're going to get a little bit better, but you have to realize all these things are factors on why people are moving. People are getting out of Dodge. Number 3, the heat is a real fatigue factor, and the hurricane season too. I see more the heat, right? So longer, hotter summers, unpredictable storm season. It wears people down over time. So, you're running your AC year round. The humidity is ridiculous. Now, here's what I'll tell you. Right now, this is August. I'm recording this video. In July, August, September, probably your most brutal months. October, again, depending, middle to end of October, you start to get a little bit of relief. Again, not for sure. Hey, it can be 90 degrees at Christmas here. I'm just telling you, it's been that plenty of times. Not always, not usually, but it can be. This is Florida, right? So, but the heat is real. But here's the beautiful thing about Florida. If it's hot outside, guess what you can do? You can go inside and enjoy your air conditioning. And you can be in shorts year round. You don't have snow to shovel. You don't have ice on the roads. You got heat. Hey, no matter where you live, there's going to be something, isn't there? No matter what. But the heat and the hurricane season, it's legit. It's real. Number 4, the wages aren't keeping pace with the housing costs quite as much. So even though Florida has no state income tax, the wage growth in many service areas, hourly jobs, has not kept up with really how fast home prices and rents have climbed. So it's really pushing some working families to kind of look elsewhere because it hasn't kept up, right? So number 5, missing 4 seasons. If you're missing the 4 seasons, and I'm not talking about the hotel, I'm not talking about the band, I'm talking about if you want all the 4 seasons, you're not going to get them here. You got to go up north, but go take a vacation. Go to North Carolina, Georgia, other parts, even more north where you can see the seasons. But I'll tell you this, a lot of people are leaving because they want to experience the seasons. They want cooler weather. They want to go to northern states because they want to be in that cooler weather, the fall foliage, the seasonal variety, but you're not going to get that here. So people say, I'm out of here. I want to experience the 4 seasons. So here's the bottom line. Hey, people are leaving Florida, but Central Florida and Polk County is still one of the fastest growing places to live in the entire country, if you can believe it or not. So if you're thinking about making a move to Lakeland or anywhere else in Polk County, I'd love to help you find the right home, the right neighborhood for your situation. Drop a comment below if you're moving to this area. My cell phone, my email, would love to connect with you. Just remember this, whether selling or buying, you got to call Brian, and I pray that God will direct you and guide you exactly the direction you're supposed to go. Have a great day.